Hey guys, and welcome back to some more Factorio in our Setting Supported Space Factory. And I'm back over here at our Bootstrap module base. I didn't get as far as I thought I would. I got a rail down to here, I got miners on the iron, and then I realized I was out of rail, and I didn't want to run all the way back and get some and then go all the way back because I'm a little bit pressed for time again here. But, you know, we wouldn't have been able to turn this on this episode anyway because we have to add quite a bit more power. However, we are going to do some building. So I finished this bit off camera, just these chests and inserters that, if you remember, weren't quite done last time. But then I got a little carried away. You know, Factorio, you know exactly what I mean. I was thinking about red circuits and I calculated out how many we needed, and then I just started randomly building and I came up with this. I know I should have done this on camera. I'm sorry. Factorio took over. So essentially we need about 700 and some odd amount of red circuits a minute. And I did the same ratio calculation as I did with the green circuits, as I took the craft time, or the craft amount we get per cycle, which is 1, divided it by the craft time, which is 6 seconds, and then multiply that by the craft speed of the machine, which is 1.25. And working all that out, we got about, I think, 12.5 circuits a minute per machine. So we needed like 60 red circuit machines. And I was like, well, the ratio, since we're not moduling beacons, stays the same, 1 cable to 6 circuits. So we essentially need 10 sets of this. And how this works is I decided to do direct insertion for the cable. I'm not sure if it will work this way, but my thought process here is that it eliminates bot trips. Due to how I'm designing this, and by the way, this won't be this far out. It'll be like right up against this. But due to how I'm designing this with the bigger network, we may have bot issues anyway, especially with all these requesters. So I'd like to minimize bot stuff if possible. And what this does, right, is this eliminates a bot trip, because the bots have to bring in the copper plate, but instead of having to bring in the copper plate and then also move the cable, they don't have to move the cable because it's direct insertion through a chest. So these guys export into a chest here and here, and then 3 circuit machines grab it. And then the circuit machines up here, these front 2 and these side 2 share an output here, and then these back 2 share an output here and a requester here, and then these guys share a requester here. And I'm not sure about these request amounts. I probably may need to raise them. I'm not sure. And what I've done with the circuit thing here is I've tried to get a little bit tricky to make this work a bit better, because my concern is that the inserters and stuff aren't always smart enough to evenly distribute like out both sides. In fact, they're almost never smart enough to do that. I guess I shouldn't say smart. I mean, it's not really their fault. It's just designing like this usually has issues like that. So what I've done is I've tried to almost force it that way. So I've set these inserters to say you can only work if there's less than 24 copper cable in this chest. And then I've also capped it, which I really actually didn't need to do. So this guy's going to work until there's 24 copper cable in here, and then this side is going to work. It's going to be kind of like off and on, I think. And where I got the number of 24 is it's essentially how much cable these need for 2 craft cycles. And I did 2 craft cycles just to be safe. So these need 4 copper cable. We have 3 of them, which is 12, and then I doubled that for 2 craft cycles, you know, just kind of for the extra buffer, I guess. I'm not sure if this is going to work. In my head, it works. We'll find out when we do turn it on. Like I said, I'm really not sure. But yeah, so there's that. There's our red circuit thing, which I wanted to explain to you since I didn't design it on camera. And I have a blueprint, if I could find the damn thing. Here we go. Thank you. Autosave. So we need 10 of these-ish. It might be a little short. I'd like to line these up that way. And I would like a little space in here just so I can, you know, maybe move and such. That would usually be good. Now we're going to be missing materials, I suspect. But 1, 2, 3, 4, Damn. It would have been so perfect if 5 of them fit down here. This would have... Darn it, darn it, darn it. Okay, well, that's okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do about that. Okay, well, here's the plan. What we're going to do is we're going to stamp 5 down like this. We're going to blueprint this entire set. You can blueprint Ghost, luckily. Maybe if I can find an empty blueprint. Okay, actually, if you shift right-click a blueprint, it'll just clear it instead of deleting it like I've been doing this whole time, which is kind of inefficient because you delete it and it's gone, and then you have to, like, grab a new one. And there, I was like, wait, there's no blueprint, but it's all to the right, or left. So, we're going to take him. That's 5 stamps. We're then going to delete this. Because I'd like to try to center it on here. And then we will be putting another one just to the right of it. And I'd like to get blue circuits designed here too. They should actually be pretty simple. There's not much, if any, direct insertion that goes on there. Actually, well, green circuit direct insertion actually would have been preferable, but I already built this out, so I guess we'll just let bots do it and hope for the best. Maybe design it later. Okay, so if we line up the requesters, it's not going to ever get perfectly centered, I don't think. No, it's always going to be like one tile off. That's pretty close. I was using these requesters here to center in between. This one is like one down from this requester, but the one up top is like the opposite, I think. Yeah, it's one down from the top guy. So there wasn't any way for me to actually center it, unfortunately. Let's run back to base and get the materials we need here. I actually, off camera when I was messing around with stuff, we actually ran out of lube because I had backed up on petroleum, which meant that no heavy was being used to make lube, and then we had issues. So that would that's the advantage. Like when I go to mega scale, I'm gonna make a separate lube build. Like it'll be in the same area, but it will be separate from the other. Well, it won't be separate necessarily. It may be, but when you're dealing with barrels, it's easier because you can just buffer up all the barrels, which, as I mentioned before, isn't bad. Buffering up barrels is not really bad at all. So I'm going to grab some steel because we will need that for something, I'm sure. I'm going to grab some rails because we ran out of rails. And then, what else? What did I need? Level 3 assemblers, I think. And probably inserters and such, I'd imagine. Well, I don't know why you're not working. Is there seriously 200 in here? Oh, he's not in the network. No wonder he's not working. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's that. And then... Oh, inserters. That's what I wanted down here. It takes a surprising amount of inserters to build this stuff. Power poles would also be good. We seem to be running slightly low on those. Grab a stack of those. Grab some more chests. And some more chests. And that should be good. Did I use fast inserters or stack inserters? I'm going to be upset if I used fast inserters. I did. Of course I did. Great. Of course I did. I really wish there was an upgrade planner thing in the base game. That would be really nice. I know there's a mod for it, which I could get. Although it's very rare that I actually need to do that. Typically, I'm with it enough to build with the correct inserters. The speed at which we need stuff, I don't think it's actually going to be an issue to use fast inserters. In fact, in terms of evenly distributing the cable, it may actually be better. Maybe. I'm not actually sure. So we didn't grab fast inserters, which is great. Because, jeez. That's fine. We'll fix it later. Let's go to blue circuits. So, blue circuits. We need about, I think I calculated like 16 sets or so. Let me just check here really quickly. go over to our numbers here. All right, so yeah, I think it's 16-ish. There we go. We need 65. We need 120 processing units a minute, and then again the same calculation would apply. So if we pull up a calculator here, I know you guys can't see it, but we take the amount we get per craft, which is 1, and we divide that by craft time, which is 10 seconds, multiply that by craft speed of machine, which is 1.25, and we get 0.125. That's a per second rate though, so we times that by 60 for a per minute rate. So one machine can make 7.5 per minute. We then take 120 and divide it by 7.5, and we get 16. So it was 16. I just wanted to double check before I go off and build a whole thing. So yeah, we're not direct inserting circuits like that are made locally. We probably should have, but hey, whatever. Actually, yeah, this is going to be super straightforward. Pretty much, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we do one in the middle, which is going to be our sulfuric acid unbarreler. Point him back that way. We're short on machines again. Oh no, we're not. Okay, I was like, you gotta be kidding me, man. I grabbed like 2 stacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Theoretically, we should have 19 here because of the little dude. I really wish it would copy the rotation direction. That'd be great. Okay. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we do have that. And then this, while it's not particularly good for pipe efficiency at all, which is not good for game performance, as I mentioned before, but in this particular case, it doesn't matter because, you know, A, this is not permanent, and B, this is not on that big of a scale. So I'm just going to run a straight pipe through here. Just do that. Because we don't need room for beacons or anything. We just need room to import the materials in the front here. And it is good I'm actually using stack inserters because, I mean, they do require 20 circuits every 10 seconds. And this is why the direct insertion would be better. In fact, it may be interesting to see how this actually manages to work in terms of bots. I get a feeling the bots are going to be a little bit dumb and maybe not distribute this stuff evenly. We'll have to see. So we're going to copy that. Not 200, please. Go with like 60. That's 3 times. Maybe need more. I don't know. And then 2. Let's go with like 10 of each. 5 of each. 6 of each. Well, yeah. 6. I don't know. I'm just going with random numbers. Well, they're not random. They're 3 times the amount. We're probably going to need more, especially the circuits, but we'll see. So there's that, and then we just export them this way, and that's pretty much it. It's really simple as that. And we will want an active provider on that barrel guide, just so we can make sure to get all the barrels out of the network and where they need to go. And now at this point, I've not seen your feedback on last episode because I'm recording these back to back in terms of what to do with the oil products. I will still wait for your feedback, obviously, before I do anything because I'm going to be done for the night after this episode and we're not to oil yet. But also, I do want to see your feedback, and the more I've been thinking about it, though, I feel like since there's no oil anywhere around here, it would maybe be good to just train some in from our main base here, and also the sulfuric acid, because these refineries, I'm only ever using like 5 of these. It would be good to actually kick it into full production. I don't know that our oil could really support that, but I mean, we don't need a ton. Like, we don't need a ton. We only need, well, actually we do. We need like 1,520 a minute, which I don't know how much we can make now, but we would somehow have to figure out like a T-junction. I could like make a T-junction this way and tie a train in here. That would work, and then we could run this through here. I'd have to move some of this stuff and bring over. I think that's probably the best solution, but like I said, I will wait for your feedback. And these, I would prefer not to have overlap, but I guess that's not an option. Now, if I click and drag, is this actually going to work? What do you know? It did what I wanted. Okay, so there's that. And then now we will just take this design. Oh. Can I just, like, replace this? Never mind. I was like, could I just replace these with the, like, stack inserters? Maybe they secretly added that ability. They didn't. So there's that. We're not going to put caps on these because, like, every single thing that's going to be made here is going to modules, and it's going to be eaten up pretty much instantly. Now, I should point this out to you guys, because I have to keep telling myself this so I'm not disappointed. Math-wise, this stuff works out pretty much perfectly, and in theory. However, in reality, it may not actually give us 2 modules a minute. I'm hoping it will, but, you know, things aren't always perfect, right? Let's see, if you move him up. Yeah, things are not always perfect. So, like, you know, I think this would actually, except for probably the only bottleneck I'm thinking of is going to be the copper, because we need a copper train in here about every minute, which on Megabase scale is not very much. However, the issue is this copper patch is actually pretty pathetic. I've let the chest fill up, but we've already mined like 100,000 from it just filling up the chests. And the concern is, I don't think we can actually, like, a train will go in, right? That'll be great. And of course, it's way less than a minute drive from here down to here. But I don't think after we go through the buffer that I've let build up here, I don't think this is actually going to be able to mine a train worth of ore every minute, if that makes sense. So we're not going to be able to get a copper train in here every minute from this patch. And I don't see any other patch within anywhere. Did my ore patches just, like, evaporate? Could have sworn there were a lot more than this. Seriously, where the hell's all my copper? So yeah, I'm not really sure what to do, because this copper patch up here is completely dried out too. This actually won't last long. This will not actually last long at all. We may need to do some exploring. Ideally, I would like some down in this area. It would make things way easier than having to go, like, out this direction or something. So, I don't know. That's my thoughts on that. We're probably gonna have to change up some of these requests, but lastly for this episode, I want to lay out some roboports, see what we can do here in regards to that. Is this like, shoot, it's because they're not powered. I'm just gonna have to assume, yeah, they connect. Essentially the orange areas, if they just touch, they're fine. So, like, oh, well, see, now that works. I don't know why that doesn't. So as long as the orange areas touch, you're fine, and these definitely did. They overlapped. So I don't know. I guess for, like, straight bot travel, I don't know if this is actually going to help because of how much unoptimized I've made the rest of this anyways. But I'm going to make this, try to put it, like, straight on here for some, you know, straight flight paths rather than. Now, of course, this is not all I'm going to do. We're going to need way more than this. I'm just gonna go up like one. Geez, how am I supposed to count this? Let's just go like there. Okay, so this was like 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, like here-ish, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's gonna be enough. Probably not with the amount of bots we're gonna have moving in here. Oh, that is so nice though. Oh man, I really like that. I really, really, really like that. Oh man, that is like absolutely perfect. We may need some more here and there. Just put one there. Wow. I am actually really happy with how it's turning out. Now we can't fit one there, but we can fit one here too. I know I'm like super excited, but this was not planned at all. It is so great. Isn't it great when things... Oh, shit. Sorry for my language. I was going to say, isn't it great when things work out? Meanwhile... oh, dear. Meanwhile, my base is getting completely wrecked. And it's in my main base, too. It's actually probably something important. So, never mind. It's just belts. Go ahead, guys. Kill the belts. In fact, I may have to come pay the biters to do that soon. So this just went up against here. We may not need... I think this may be enough. This is actually not... It's not symmetrical whatsoever, though. So this is going to drive me a little bit crazy. Just stick one in here just for the hell of it. There we go. I like that. Again, we may need more up front here, and then these should connect. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. May need a couple. In fact, let's just take our last two and put them like here. Just for in-between travel. But hopefully that works. So that's pretty much our module area. We just need the module builds and then to actually turn it on, which shouldn't be too far off. I do have to collect quite a bit of materials to expand power. In fact, I'm probably going to have to like double power because, you know, the smelter takes quite a bit itself. Probably, like I said last episode, like at least 200 megawatts. And then the, it's just like one guy just like chilling. What is he doing? Get wrecked. And then all those machines I added are going to take a fair bit, actually. So anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Yeah, we're at 22 minutes. I need to go to bed. Sorry we didn't quite get done what I wanted to. I absolutely, 100% promise, because I'm recording these like late at night, and I didn't have as much time as I thought. But then between this, the end of this episode, and the beginning of next episode, I will have had an entire day to do stuff, essentially. So I will definitely get this set up. By next episode, you can expect us to turn this thing on, because I will expand the power, maybe off camera, or at least get everything ready and expand it on camera, and then we'll just run down, turn this on. I'll have everything plugged in, and we'll let it roll, see how it works. I'm very excited to see if it does work or how it works. Speaking of working or not, we're out of plastic, so that's something on my agenda to do off camera. Probably because I turned off the light oil cracking because I needed lubricant. Yeah, great. This is fantastic. Or we're just out of oil. I'm not really sure. Oh, we're backed up on light oil. Ew. Okay, well, what we can do is we can just turn this back on. Leave this off because we want all the heavy oil going to lube, but that'll work. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed and look forward to the next as much as I am. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. And if you did enjoy it, feel free to leave a like. But until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.